What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours. I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication. Hey, everybody.
Unfortunately, I had to work a couple extra shifts last week, so I was really wiped out, and I had to recharge. So, sorry we missed you guys last week, but
We're
here
back
today. and we really missed you. Like, I enjoy spending time with you guys. But what we're going to do today is we're really just going to talk about some of the games that we have gotten played. Because despite, all this busyness, we've been playing some games. And I'm going to talk about the games we played together. And then there's a couple that I played solo on the table. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get to it. So the first game we're going to talk about is a game that we've talked about before, but we played it a few more times. And we were introduced to this game by our friends Ryan and Emily. And it's a game that we've already had in our collection, but we never played it. It was on the shelf of opportunity, per se. And that game is Kohaku. Now, in Kohaku, you are building up your koi pond, and you're drafting features and you're drafting fish into your koi pond, and you're going to score points at the end of the game based on adjacency. So, like, there's certain features that help you score for all the baby fish that's adjacent, or certain features that have a different color, a certain color, and you score points for that color fish that's around it, And I really did enjoy it. What did you think about this game?
Well, I really love the art on the tiles. I love the color and the detail. So that was really a pleasant thing about the game. But of course, the main thing is I love the gameplay. It does have some restrictions, but because you can build in any direction,
Yeah.
I had a fighting chance.
I think you won the first game.
Yes.
You did win the first game.
I really enjoy koi because, again, sometimes you have to make choices. Like you can get a tile, and I had to decide, am I going to go for the points for the baby fish or the points for the color? But if you were clever, you could get both.
Yeah, because when you draft a tile,
yes,
they have to be adjacent to each other when you draft them from this grid.
Yes.
You can't draft from one side and then draft from the other side.
Well, that was to me, that was the restriction, but that was okay. Because one of the things I really loved about this game is you never drafted a tile and you were just like, no matter what came up, you always had some options. You could always score some points some kind of way. So I love that about the game. So to me, Kohaku.
Yeah, Kohaku.
Kohaku is one of those relaxing games.
Yeah, it is a relaxing game.
It's a relaxing game. It's competitive, it's pretty, but it's relaxing. So I really enjoy it.
All right. I did enjoy that game.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of adjacency, the next game that we play is 10 Penny Parks. Now, I was introduced to this game by my Friday night group. And when I first played it, I didn't know how to feel about it because usually when you're building up, building up your area, you place in tiles that have adjacency. In this one, there cannot be adjacency. It has to be diagonal. It can't be touching. It can be diagonal or be on the other side of your board. And I didn't know how Lisa would feel about it because I knew she would be attracted to the theme, but that little aspect, I didn't know how she was gonna feel about it.
Well, that was it made the game more challenging for me. Let's be real.
Now, I didn't know whether I picked it up because I was enamored by the aesthetics. It got this little circus tent in the middle of the board. And Vincent Dutray is like one of my favorite, board game artists. And I really like the art in this game.
So yeah, the adjacency restriction did pose a challenge, but the game is still fun. I like the theme, and I mean, you could get around it. You can move trees out the way. You can expand your green space to give you more spaces. So the adjacency didn't shut you down. It just made you
have to really think about where you're going to place your, because it's different polyomino tiles.
Yes.
The attractions have different shapes.
It's really a polyomino tile laying game.
Yeah, and the thing is, I had to remind her, because you have these little trees that's on your board, and I was like, you can spend an action to remove trees.
Yeah, I didn't know that at first.
No, you didn't. You knew. I told you. But you didn't remember.
Okay. Same difference.
No.
Same difference.
Don't be trying to blame me. I didn't say you didn't know it.
I didn't say you didn't tell me. I said I didn't know it. I didn't blame you.
Yeah. But anyway. So, Tenpenny Parks, I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I like it. It was a bit of a challenge. I was really frustrated at the end because it was one I just couldn't fit in my park. I couldn't figure it out. So, but it's a fun game. It's an enjoyable game.
Yeah, and I figured you would really like the thing. Who else? I mean, going to an amusement park or building up an amusement park, I figured you would like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, the other game that has where you build an amusement park is Fun Fair. And in Fun Fair is more card play. You're buying cards and you place in a row of attractions. You can play up to 5 attractions, and you're getting money from your attractions between rounds, and then you're spending that money to buy more attractions and then adding upgrades to each of those attractions so it could give you more money. And then you're hiring people that work in your amusement park, and you got to base your theme. Like I had the pirate theme amusement park, you had the fantasy, It
wasn't fairy, it was fantasy.
Hey, I was sorry to say fairy tale, but but anyway, now what did you think about Fun Fair?
Well, initially I was annoyed at how many upgrades there were until I understood that it's the upgrades that really score the points. So once I figured that out, I loved it. I love being able to add air conditioning and the locker room to my theater, or, I get to put a bathroom here. So yeah, that was fun and cute, and I love the pictures. So yeah, Fun Fair was a lot of fun. What I like about it is, even though it had a similar theme to Tenpenny Parks, it was a whole different way of playing it. So it's a different experience. So you're not replicating your gaming experience, even though you are still immersed in the same theme. So that part I like as well.
Yeah, that was actually the only reason I bought Fun Fair. Now, there's one that came before it called Unfair.
That sounds like a lot of take that to me.
It is. You messing with other people's parks.
Yeah.
But, Fun Fair, it's like, I just bought that one because I figured it might be a game you would enjoy. And I think it had a simple rule set.
Yes.
And you did enjoy it.
Yes.
And I'm happy about that.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the next one. So another game that we played was Downtown Farmers Market. Now, this is the game that I introduced to my grandson when we were in Vegas, And in Downtown Farmers Market, you're drafting, scoring opportunities. You get 8 scoring opportunities, and you place a column and then a row. And then what you're doing is you're drafting tiles that with certain eggs and
criteria.
Criteria. And you're trying to meet both scoring opportunities in that row and that column. And that's how you score the point.
So this is one of those games that looks simple, but is a lot more complex than it appears, because it was quite a challenge to meet both conditions. And so a lot of times you had to choose which one was going to give you the most points, because you weren't going to meet both. So this is a game of choosing a lot of times, okay, I'm not going to get both of these, so which one is going to give me the most bang? But it's a lot of fun. And what we have, we don't call it a farmer's market, we call it an Easter market, but that's what it is. And yeah, it reminded me of that. So it was a fun, cute, but deceptively complex game, because it looks simple, but it's a lot more complex than it looks.
Yeah, I figured that because we have Easter market and we love going down to Easter market, that's our open market. And I figured that you might like this type of thing, and like I said, it is challenging. Because you got to have a certain amount of eggs or a certain amount of cheese, or you have the most corn and stuff like that. And that game is really, really cool. But it's really, really light, like easy to set up, easy to play, but hard to master.
Hard to master, yes.
All right. The last game that you and I played together was a game that I pulled out because it was Valentine's Day. And it was Truffle Shuffle, because I know you like truffles. So I figured that would be a game, hey, give this a shot. And so in Truffle Shuffle, it's a bunch of cards, and we build out this grid, and the cards are overlapping each other. And so pretty much what you're doing is it's a set collection, and you're drafting cards. The thing is, if the card has a card on top of it, you can't draft that card. So you have to start from the bottom, work your way up. And we played this a couple of times. And you won one, I won one. And it's a really simple game.
It's a really simple game. It reminds me of like Tonk, just a regular card game. But the pictures are of chocolate candies.
How does it remind you of Tonk?
Because you got to get 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind.
Oh, you talking about the whole set collection?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're trying to build up straights.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
Yes.
So
I really like that, because it is a simple card game, but because it's candy, it's just a cute little twist on the classic game. It's fun, it's simple, and honestly, to me, this is a game kids could easily play.
yeah, she was kind of mad at me because I mentioned that this game might be a little too simple for me.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but it was. So, but I mean, I knew you would like it. So, and it was just fun. It was relaxing.
It is.
And like I said, you like chocolate.
I love chocolate.
Yeah, I did bring you real chocolate.
And I have some chocolate still, so yes. So I didn't mind playing it because I got my chocolate supply in the fridge, everybody.
Well, there is another game that we haven't played yet. It is a Zool, but it's a chocolatier edition.
Oh, okay.
It got little chocolate bars and stuff. Looks really nice. So we got to play that.
Oh, but you got to buy me some chocolate.
All right. I can do that. Oh, I just discovered the secret incentive. Okay. Now, there's a couple games that I got to the table and I played the solo mode for. Now, one game is a theme. When I told you what the theme was, you was kind of interested in it. And I was like, I don't know if you're ready for this one. And that game is Woodcraft. And in Woodcraft, you are beings that live off in the forest, and you are carpenters.
Well, when you say beings, you mean critters or beings?
Beings. Like, if you look at the box, you don't know if they're elves or whatever, but,
Okay.
So, humanoid. I'll look at that way. But, anyway, they're carpenters, and they're building stuff, and it's a dice drafting game. And what makes this game really, really cool is certain things that you have to build require a certain pip die. So let's say this particular, let's say it's a toy, and it needs a 4-pip brown die and a 2-pip brown die, and you only got a 6-pip brown die. So you can use an action to use a saw to cut that die in half.
Oh, that's cute.
You know, and I mean, you're not literally cutting the die in half.
I understand.
But you replacing it with a 4-pip and a 2-pip, and now you can create this this thing, you know. Right. And you can also glue dice together.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, this game is really cool. And the currency is blueberries.
Okay.
And you can advertise. You spend blueberries to advertise. You spend blueberries to hire people, and it's really cool. You know, but it's very thinky. Okay. It's easy, but it's thinky. You know, got a little crunch to it.
So you trying to say I can't do thinky?
I'm trying to say I don't want you swinging on me. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want you mad at me because I know we like our relaxing games. We know we like to sit back, relax, play a game. So yeah, this one has, you know, Vladimir Suchi. I think that's the name. I'm hoping I got that right because I'm doing it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a really good game.
I will have to take your word for it.
Yeah, we will check it out. I'll show you how the solo mode, you know, because it's kind of same thing when I showed you Ark Nova, the solo mode, and you was like, yeah, I need to make sure I'm off work to play that game, you know. So I understand. The other game is a game that I thought you might be interested in, but because it actually goes out of its way to teach you something, you know, it's an Uwe Rosenberg game, and I know you love New York Zoo. And this game is called, I hope I'm saying it right, Ottawa with the bats. But that's why you won't play it, because you don't want to be Batman.
It's not it's not the bats that I have an issue with.
Well, what is it? It teaches you stuff. What is it?
Tell me how you say it, how you first explained it to me.
So, in Ottawa, you are trying to build up your tableau, you know, and let me make sure I'm explaining this right. You are building up your tableau, building up your village, and you're making it where you are respecting the bats, because the bats help you grow trees. And how the bats help you grow trees? They eat this fruit, and then they fly off into the night and they poop. And then
the poop has the seeds.
Yes.
That grow the trees.
Right. And I think that's the one the part. But it's real, you know. So anyway, Uwe Rosenberg, he even wrote a book about it because he just drawing attention to, you know, the importance of bats in this ecology. Because other animals, they eat the same fruit, but they don't go out as far.
Okay.
Whereas the bats, they off way out.
They don't spread the seeds the way the bats do.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So, and I really love this game. It's a worker placement game. You send your guy out to take these actions. You got to feed your people, and you trying to build up the village. You have to weigh out what's the balance out. The goats, making sure you can feed your people, getting the goat's milk and the animals, and it's really cool. It has great solo mode, and I like it.
Okay. So,
but you're not gonna try it.
I would try that.
You would?
Yeah.
I heard that. I got it on record. All right, that's Ottawa and Woodcraft.
Okay.
Now there is one more game that we play, but I have to give out the biggest thank you to my wife and a couple of my friends. So my birthday was early this month, and I never really, I don't really celebrate my birthday. I don't, do parties and stuff like that. But my wife decided to throw me a surprise get together. And she contacted all the people that I play board game, my Friday night board game group, Ted, Ralph, and Brian. And she contacted Ryan and Emily, and contacted my son's best friend, John, and another girl that I brought into the hobby, Jamila, and Deb from my board game spot. And she rented a room at Opal Groves. You know, they have a room that you can rent for a certain, per hour. She rented that room, and she had my friend Chris cater it. And she did all this, and I had no idea. And it had me tearing up, because, like I said, I never had a birthday party before. And Ryan and Emily, they decorated. And they took some of their games, and the components from their games, and they put it all on the gaming table.
They did a phenomenal job.
They really did. And this is how you know a true gamer, because when I saw it, I'm thinking like, this is beautiful, And then I'm also thinking like, okay, this component goes to this game, this component goes to that game, this component goes to this game. And then also I'm thinking, how are we going to get all this separated? Because, that's the thing about when you play in a board game that got a lot of components is the cleanup.
Yeah.
People don't look forward to that. Yeah. So that's what I was looking at. But luckily, we had a bunch of gamers.
And a bunch of hands.
Yep. Everybody knew where everything went. All we had to say, hey, do you want this in this bag, or where do you want this? And, I mean, it was so, so nice. And I love you for that. Now, the game that we played, this game that I bought, I'm not really into horse racing. I don't do too much gambling. But I figured that this would be a game to bring people into the hobby. And that game is Ready, Set, Bet. And we played it. Now, I ran the race, and I had my wife.
Roll the dice.
She rolled the dice, because I know she's not going to really, it's not a thing that attracts her. I said, okay, here, all you got to do is roll the dice. We'll control the race, and everybody else do the race. And, I mean, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a blast. We had a blast.
It was so much fun. They said I did a great job calling out the race.
He did. It sounded just like you were at the races. It was a lot of fun.
So, yeah, that is another game. Thank you guys. Seriously, I'm swelling up just thinking about it. They got me my Friday night game group got me a game mat with our logo on it.
Yes, it is beautiful.
Yeah, and of course I got a couple of games, but Ryan and Emily, it's these chips that I buy at Vault of Midnight, one of the game stores. They have like some Lay's chips that's come from overseas. And she's not gonna, you guys remember when Lay's had those flavors like the Reuben flavor and the ketchup? Well, they had one that had a salmon chili lime.
He don't have to share those.
They tasted great. They didn't taste fishy. They tasted great. They had that light salmon taste to it. And I really love those chips. And, of course, when they ran out, they couldn't get them no more. So Ryan and Emily got me a couple bags of it. And they got me a game, and I love the game, but them chips spoke to me.
Yes, he doesn't think his birthday is a big deal. But I wanted to celebrate his birthday and celebrate him. And I want to thank everybody who came, everybody who played a role in making it happen, and it came together just the way I envisioned.
It really did.
So,
and I really enjoyed it. My very first birthday party ever, and it was around board games. With board games all over the place. I was like, man, this is cool. So anyway, that's what's been going on the last few weeks. All right? Last few weeks. And if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And share with us, what games have you been introducing? Not just playing, But what games have you been introducing to family, friends, or whatever to try to get them interested in this hobby? Because that's what it's all about, is bringing people together. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.